Hi friends, maybe second time's a charm. I recorded the intro and then my cats got into some crazy fight again. So I just said, screw it, we'll redo this intro. Welcome to my channel. I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I use energy frequencies in order to tap into a message for you based on what I'm feeling. And I use spirit, the tarot, and my intuition to pick up and read the energy. All right. So today's reading, we will be taking a look at the person on your mind, a specific person here, and what they are coming into awareness of. What are they being made conscious of in their life? Now, it could be in regards to this connection, although it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's just what are they coming into awareness of? And it could be something you're already conscious of. So if it sounds like you or something familiar to you, it could most likely be that the person on your mind is mirroring you or becoming aware of something that you're already aware of. But my intention is that this is your person and not your energy, although it is a little difficult to tell. So I'm hoping there's some sort of sign in there that you know it's your person and not necessarily you. So yeah, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind and we will get into the reading. So for the first pick here, we have this onyx tower for pick number 1. Beautiful. And pick number 2, we have this piece of red jasper, the red jasper pyramid. Gorgeous. And for pick number 3, we have this labradorite wand. All right. Can't really see the shimmer in it, but 1, 2, 3, and I will put the timestamp in the description box and also in the pinned comment. It'll take you directly to your pick. Now just kind of use your intuition for whichever one you're called towards. And it could very well be that you're drawn to multiple piles, which could mean that your person is coming into awareness of different aspects. So just, yeah, use your intuition. Whatever you're resonating with will be the message for you. If it doesn't resonate, then let it fly. It could be a message for somebody else. All right, I will see you at your pick. Hello, pick number 1. You picked this onyx piece right here. Absolutely beautiful. We will get into your reading. Actually, I'll put that right here. Your reading, and we'll be taking a look at the person on your mind or the person you've come here about and what is coming into their awareness. So what are they being made conscious of? Could be in regards to this connection specifically or just in their life in general. And if it sounds like something you're already aware of, then it could very well be that your person's mirroring you. But my intention is this is about your person specifically and not your energy. Also, if you're already made aware of this, then because this is more of what's coming, then yeah, that's confirmation most likely that it's your person. But if this all sounds kind of newish to you, then yeah, I mean, it could certainly still be your person and just provide insight. All right, so let's take a look at what Spirit wants to communicate in regards to what your person is being made aware of. So we have Sun in Taurus with the number 2, boost self-worth and finances, practicalities. All right, well, this sounds very 3D-ish. We'll see. We have Rue and beautiful key in the background, the moon. Rue. And we have enjoy music, instruments, sound, and tone. Beautiful. And we have dancer of reconciliation. Dancer of reconciliation. Dancer, music. All right. Interesting. We have E10 with seduction. Wow. This is like the devil card in the tarot. You see the 2 people here in chains. E10, seduction. And we have Deimos, and it says Deimos is one of the 2 moons of the planet Mars, the other being Phobos. It is the smallest and the furthest away. Its very irregular shape is due to its small size. Indeed, it is not massive enough to take the form of a sphere. Its surface has several craters and is covered with a thick layer of regolith dust produced by the impact of meteorites. So take a look at that abnormally shaped planet. Very interesting. Okay. We have to the sea with the number 7. We have attachment with the number 5. And it looks like this person is taking off their mask or holding their mask up to the light. Attachment. And we have flow with the number 10. Flow. We have heal abandonment with time to forgive. 7, 7. We have the destroyer, 23, or the number 5. And it's reduced, so we have 2 5s here. And we have 46, which is also the number 10. We have a 10 here, and this says everything will be okay. All right, and I am feeling like pulling some tarot as well, though I don't have much room. I'm going to pull 3 cards here. Let's see if I can move this over, and we will pull some tarot. You guys can see. All right. 3 cards, Spirit. Clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 1. What is the person on their mind, the person they came here about, becoming aware of? What is coming into their consciousness, either about themselves or about this connection? Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you at this time. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this, this message is meant to find you. And it's tapping into the energy at the time you're watching this reading. Thank you so, so much. And thank you, spirits, for this message. All right, I am feeling these 3 right there. So, and I'm feeling them this way. So we have the 9 of Wands, Spirit saying all in the upright. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, lots of Wands, and 9 of Pentacles. Wow. This is kind of giving me this same energy. Look at the center, the eye center, and then you got these look like pentacles kind of around. That's interesting. All right, and then here we have more pentacles here with practicalities. So what is your person becoming aware of? There's like a mishmash things going on here, I feel, with this person that I'm tapping into. Yeah, there's like a mishmash of stuff that I'm tapping into. So I feel like this person here is coming into awareness of more what's going on around them in the 3D world, and what they're attached to, or who they're actually seeing themselves, I think, for the first time clearly in this 3D world, like what they've attached themselves to, and where they're putting their weight on. And I think they're just at the stage at which they're seeing things clearly, although I don't feel as though this person has moved or done anything to rectify the areas in which they're not liking really what they see. I feel like this person is still hanging on to, or not quite yet stepping forward into what they need to do. So I feel there's like this duality here, because I feel like your person is looking at ways that they are destructive to their own growth and things around them that have stunted them in moving towards what they want, and them looking at this, like they're actually looking at this, and I feel like she's taking off her mask here to take a clear look. So I feel like they're really seeing how their own behaviors, their own lifestyle, their own surroundings, their own environment is really impacting who they are. And there's also a feeling here of wanting to heal, knowing that healing is possible, and that they're kind of in control of doing this, although they have not taken these steps to do this. And I feel like there's still a partaking in the things in which they know is not for them, or could be destructive, or it's not helping towards what they ultimately know they're supposed to be rowing towards. I don't feel as though they are resisting, but I feel like they're giving into any sort of temptation, any sort of, this is kind of how it's been, so it's just kind of, they're not fighting it. They're allowing themselves to partake in any sort of thing that they have in the past, whether it be destructive or not destructive here. I think they see how they've really contributed to the malformation of themselves, in where things are not healthy about how they are either living their life, or how they might have been protecting ways of being. They're seeing this, and I do feel like they're seeing things a little clearly. I also feel like there's a heavy emphasis on their physical environment, and how much they might have contributed to their own stability, finances, like where they live, where they work, who surrounds them, what they do on a day in, day out basis. And I feel like they understand, or they have a knowing that they hold the key, that they're able to find their path forward away from this, but they're just looking. I don't feel like they're really doing anything. But there's an acknowledgement here that they will want to, or can heal any sort of feeling that they have here, about like forgiving themselves, or forgiving people around them, or forgiving what has happened to them in the past that has made them who they are. Although if your person is engaged in any sort of distractions, I feel like they're still continuing to be distracted by this, or they're using that to ease themselves into that feeling. But I think that they put a lot of weight into how they specifically were destructive in their own life, out of either not taking charge, or not accepting accountability or responsibility for some of the ways that they may have contributed towards either not putting themselves where they want to be. And I feel like they're kind of removing or trying to remove any sort of blame. And I feel like there may be, what's coming into their conscious awareness is, again, because this is what's coming up for them, right? So, and I'm speaking as though this is what they're doing, but I feel like this is what's coming into their awareness, is that they do have more control towards what they want for themselves, and they're able to fight for this, and they're able to win, and they're able to be successful. But I do feel as though they're not doing a lot. It's almost like they're reflecting on how bad it really, I guess, how the accumulation of everything that's happened in their life, and how they might have not have been controlling things or doing things in a way that was going to optimize the best outcome for them. Like they were just kind of a willing participant in their own life, and now they're looking back at like, wow, like at these pivotal points I could have, would have, should have done this. Or I don't feel like there's regret, but there's just like a looking at it like, wow, like that's how much impact I had in my own life at that point. And now it's like, yeah, more of a period of reflection than it is action. And I think what's coming to their consciousness is being able to accept themselves and not beat themselves up, and also understand that they're worthy of something different. That's the big one here, that they're worthy of, but not only are they worthy of it, but that they are the ones that need to actively make that happen for themselves. Like just because they're worthy of it, it's not really going to fall in their lap. They're going to have to do something about this. And I think they're understanding they will. There's almost like a knowing that they will, but yet they haven't started, or they didn't start yet. Because I feel like there still is attachment, or at least they're still partaking in these things that they recognize are distractions or destructive or whatever. Yeah. And how much this is impacting their life. But there's also a deep knowing that they're able to do it. I feel like maybe they haven't pulled the trigger on any steps forward, especially, like I said, if they're giving into distractions like drinking, or, using any substances, or like a distraction can really be anything, like if they're workaholics or this type of a thing. But I do feel like they understand that they're in a position to do something at some point. I don't know what they're really waiting for. So let's pull some more tarot and see. We'll ask Spirit specifically, I guess, for this person, pile number one's person. Like, what are they waiting for? Like, what, I guess they're just in a period of reflection right now. So what are they waiting for, and what's their next step here? What are they waiting for, and what's their next step for pile number one's person as to what they're becoming conscious of? And I guess because maybe they're not conscious of this yet. Like, I mean, how are they going to really plan out their next step when they're just being made aware of this? So, but we'll ask Spirit, what, why are they not doing anything here? And do they intend on, I feel they do intend, because there is a knowing that they can and that they will, but they're just not doing anything. So, Spirit, clear and concise, further insight to pile number one's person and what is coming into their consciousness. Thank you so much. So again, saying upright, yeah, we have judgment, definitely judgment. That's what this whole thing is. This is a period of judgment. The Nine of Swords, that's the anxiety, sleepless nights, and then a new beginning in truth. So yeah, this is what's happening with your person right now. They're coming into this judgment. This is a major arcana, okay? So this is like a pivotal time in their life where Spirit is putting in front of them this need to review and reflect and come to terms with what is actually what's happened in their life and what sort of responsibility they've had. And this is really a card of removing ego so that you're able to take the truth and either do something with this information so you learn and you can change a situation here for the next chapter of your life. And I feel like they're really coming into this type of a process, or coming into judgment. And I feel like there is this heavy anxiety here. I mean, as anyone who has gone through this, right? Because I mean, the Nine of Swords is where you get stuck in mental loops, or you can't eat or sleep, and you just anticipate like great worry and stuff here because you're not quite sure what you're supposed to be doing. This kind of reminds me of a 10 of Swords as well in this deck. So I feel like there is this recognition of, I feel like what needs to end, and I feel like what's ending too, the feeling I was getting here was maybe where they were so hard on themselves, and I feel like there's an acceptance here. So I feel like something's coming to an end. I mean, Judgment obviously is where we're reviewing, and I am reading this kind of like the 10 of Swords, because I feel what was maybe holding them back, or what stage they're probably at right now, or what you've experienced, or maybe they've experienced, like what you've experienced witnessing in them, is that they were kind of really in denial or turning a blind eye. So now I feel like they're seeing everything they've removed, they're looking at it, and they're like, I know that I'm going to have to put an end to certain things. Although they haven't put an end to it, they really have put an end to something here, and the something is them being in denial, or them maybe not acknowledging that there's a problem, or them not seeing things for what they are, because I do feel like this person is seeing things right now, but it's like, what are they going to do with what they see, you know, and how much of their ego is going to get in the way of what they're going to do. I feel like there is this deep like calmness and knowing that they're able to go towards what they want. I do feel that. And obviously followed by this Ace of Swords. This is a new beginning in truth. This is your person becoming very clear and very honest. Okay, honest about their truth. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for those of you guys looking for confirmation. And I'm seeing like this like thorn halo or whatever, which is kind of giving me like, it's reminding me of the crown of thorns that Jesus wears. So I feel like your person might be really relying on their spirituality, or their religion, or their connection to spirit, or religion, or an unworldly power here, in order to get through this period of truth. Because I feel like there is pain here, but there's also a need for a new beginning, and a need to get very clear and honest with themselves. And I feel they do, based on what I see here. It's like also, yeah, they know everything will be okay, because I feel like they are putting their trust in either spirit, religion, or this greater power. I do feel like it's a greater power. There's this knowing here, which I think is really helping them through. And they're learning, like I said, the biggest forgiveness here I think is on themselves, although I do feel like they're still partaking in whatever things that they're recognizing as not being the healthiest for them. Now let's see if we could see some advice. And there's one more oracle card that I picked for you guys, or I didn't pick it. It kind of it kind of, when I shuffled, was one that was meant for you guys, which I'll pull, or I'll show you in a bit. But let's just see if we can get further advice here from Spirit for you guys in regards to this, or I guess how you can help support your person, or maybe if there's anything further Spirit wants to communicate in regards to what is going on here. So Spirit, anything further pile number one should know about what their person is coming into awareness of. How can they help support? Any guidance, any last information here that's going to help? So we have the Knight of Wands, and I'm going to flip it around. Two of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Wands. So Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Knight of Wands, Two Pentacles. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is all about, you know, taking inspired movement and actually doing something here. And that was kind of my question. Like, I didn't feel there was any sort of doing something, because it was more of like a reflection, and the Judgment is that, right? Is like we're reflecting. And so I feel like what's happening, or what's being reinforced here, is this is movement, but I feel like it's blocked, and I feel like it's blocked because both of these cards, like, look at their feet. Both of these feet, like the pentacles are like kind of weighing down the feet, and it looks like it's very hard to move. Same with like this Two of Wands. Like, it looks like they're being kind of held down in place, both of these cards. And the twos are all about balance and choices. And I mean, the Two of Pentacles is where we got to make a decision and go back and forth. And it could be where we feel like we can't really manage, or like it's difficult to prioritize, and we go back and forth with maybe indecision in some way. And with the Two of Wands, this is where we get kind of clear in choosing which way we want to go before we actually go down that path. But we have to be very kind of clear, or at least we're looking at our options, and then we decide on which path. And like I feel here, like if you look at the legs, I know the artwork's kind of hard to tell. Like, one leg looks strapped to this, and then this leg is held on to that other wand, although it's not strapped. So I feel like your person is slowly like looking at one option, but they're still hanging on to another option. And here it's like back and forth, and until they decide, I feel like they're being held back or held down or unable to move, or at least this is how they feel. They can't quite move. It feels very heavy. I'm feeling very heavy and unable to move in that way. So yeah, I mean, this is, the intention is that they want to move and they're inspired to move, but the reality I feel here is they're going to have to sort through this whole thing, because this is the physical world. And the fact that we have Pentacles again, I mean, Pentacles here, and this showing Pentacles practicalities here and mentioning finances, and then we saw the Nine of Pentacles coming out, and then I feel like these are kind of Pentacles here on the outside of like the center of this Destroyer card. I feel like your person first needs to become very clear of what they want, so that they can then, with the Pentacles, is all about practicalities and you know, what they can do in the practical world. And it could be job related, could be home related, could be their day in day out related, like before they decide which way they kind of want to go, and get the courage that backs them up. Because you see a little lion there behind this person. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And almost like they're not in control or grounded enough to make this decision. Like here they're like stuck, but here I feel like they're like not grounded enough to make that decision, because they feel stuck in their practical world. That's interesting. All right, let's see what card we have here. We have Flying Fish, Leap of Faith, Exploration, Let Go, Affirmation. I take my leap of faith with freedom and grace. Wow, look at that. Flying Fish. Now let's read it. It says, trust that you will know the right moment to take your leap of faith. When your intuition guides you to take a step, do so without hesitation or doubt. No obstacle will be able to stop your progress. You have what it takes to successfully overcome any challenge or distraction and fulfill your life purpose. Open yourself to a new adventure and explore new worlds. Your instincts will protect you from negative influences. Do not be reluctant to let go and take a leap of faith. Have confidence in yourself and in spirit. Pretty much sums up this reading, right? For your person, here's more guidance for them to take that leap of faith. And I feel like at one point, I feel they're going to, because they know that they are going to, but they still haven't, and they might feel stuck. And I feel like at one point, they're going to have to trust their spirit, spirituality, or what spirit's guiding them to do here. So this is the process that's coming into awareness here. So beautiful reading for you guys. Pile number 1. If this resonated, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you're drawn to another pile, you can go check that out. And I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous. Pile number 2. If you picked the red jasper pyramid, then pile number 2, this is your beautiful reading. I cannot wait to get into it. And we ask Spirit, for clear and concise information here in regards to the person on your mind and what is coming into their awareness. Okay, so what are they going to be made conscious of? And like I talked about in the intro, my intention was that this is for the person on your mind and not necessarily your own energy. So this could very well be something you've already come into awareness of. So it may sound familiar because your person may be mirroring you in some way, or they're going through this or becoming made aware of this. Or it could be something that you've never really experienced at all. But point being, this is about the person on your mind and what is coming into their awareness shortly. Okay, so I don't really know about timelines here, but I did ask what will be coming for your person in regards to this awareness. So let's see what we have. So we have scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. Moon in Capricorn, the number 22 with accomplishment. Scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. Accomplishment, okay. We have Peacock. Beautiful. We have Awaken Your Inner Shaman with Connect, Invoke, and Heal. Wow, that's a beautiful card. So we have Dancer of Friendship. Beautiful. And this is what they're becoming aware of either in their own life specifically or when it comes to this connection. So we'll see what kind of energy is coming through, but it's just in general what they're becoming aware of. We have Santa Morte with Offering. You see the Scales of Justice here and the Grim Reaper. A bunch of, like an offering. You see a bunch of bread here in abundance. Okay, interesting. And we have Uranus, the 7th planet of the solar system. This giant planet is sometimes visible to the naked eye in a very dark sky. Seen through a telescope, it has a beautiful blue color and rings. Its axis of rotation is sharply tilted relative to its orbit. It therefore gives the impression of rolling while the other planets spin like tops. Looks like a marble. All right, blue is coming through quite heavily here, and blue is all about throat chakra as well. New Life with the number 39. New Life, wow. It's also the number 12 when you reduce the 39. Okay, let's keep going. Carrying Connections, number 14 or the number 5. Carrying Connections. This will be guidance at the end. We won't look at that card just yet. So we have Find Balance with the number 2. A ring. I'm not sure what that is. A book, a cup, and an hourglass, and a rose. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is there. Find Balance, number 2. And we have Divine Order, 2-2. Practice patience. Practice patience. And we have the Castle with the number 43 or the number 7. The Castle. Lots of green now too, and green's all about the heart chakra here. So blue and green. All right. And then we have 20, the one who needs to control. The one who needs to control. Now, let me move this here. I'm going to pull some tarot as well so we can get a little bit more information. Put that right here. I hope you guys can see. Dancer of Friendship. Okay. Let's pull some tarot. Spirit for pile number 2's person. What is coming into their awareness? What are they being made conscious of? Pile number 2's person. Clear and concise, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 2. One more card for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you, feeling that one. So let's flip it. We have the Hermit card, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, wow. What can I say about what this person, what's coming into this person's consciousness? Give me a minute to put pieces together. I think this person's biggest thing here is that, and again, this is what's coming into their consciousness, okay, what they're becoming made aware of. I think what they're becoming made aware of is no matter how much they tried to make things happen in their own life and control an outcome here, I feel like it didn't really guide them or lead them into where it was that they were wanting or needing for themselves. So what they're coming into awareness of is really taking a look at it from a perspective of whether life brings me happiness or abundance or not. What I need to learn is how to trust that I'm being guided in the right direction. And I feel like this energy is learning to be accepting and proud and not change who they are or how they are based on an outcome or what's happening in their life. And I feel that's a big one. So I'm also, they're recognizing here how unique they as an individual are from other people. So maybe up until now, maybe they were comparing themselves to where they should be or how other individuals' lives may be going, and then compare what's going on in their life to this and saying, okay, well, by this time, like, you know, I should be married, or I should have accomplished this, or have this type of a career, or bring in this certain amount of abundance here. And yeah, like I feel like this person is really just letting go of that type of a mindset. And the big key here is to not let it impact how they feel about themselves or how they show up in the world. Because in the past, I feel like maybe this person recognized this, but it impacted still how proud they were about themselves or where they were able to show up in the world. So I feel like this isn't anything that's going to hold them back any longer. I feel like they are looking at themselves now from the perspective of everything that's happened to me up until this point was exactly as it should. And I'm also very unique and special in the fact that I'm bringing my authentic self in the exact way that I was always supposed to. And I think this is really empowering. I feel like this person is really learning to support themselves and be their biggest cheerleader, and know that what they have accomplished for themselves is worth celebrating here, no matter what it is here. Because I feel like there was always this trying to compare to others, or trying to fulfill a narrative of what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to be or what does accomplishment look like. And it was never enough or not good enough, or never took them to a place where they were feeling accomplished or that they could measure up to somebody else's story. And yeah, I think they're embracing their uniqueness. I think they're also embracing parts of them that maybe seemed like yeah, the differences in their life, like things that seemed different than other people, or the fact that maybe they don't have children at whatever age, like they're embracing like this is a blessing, not necessarily something that's revealing my downfall, or I just use that as an example here, right? Or the fact that they did have children at a young age and it might have prevented them from doing XYZ, and they're now recognizing that that's not really how to perceive it, and how to take all of these life experiences here in order to press forward, and really embrace and accept and allow this to give them inspiration to move forward. And I feel like this is also them recognizing how deep they can, like however deep they can go within themselves and release this is also reflected in the people in their lives, how they can connect with others now. Because I feel like there was a block here, because if they were vulnerable, or if they experience vulnerability, they can only go so deep, because this would mean exposing their true thought of themselves, which they may have not have been proud of, or comparing that they weren't either good enough, or something was misaligned or broken or not the way it should be, quote unquote. And now them recognizing that they're exactly as they should be, that these connections are now more deep and mean more to them, and they're able to go deep. And there are certain things here that I feel your person is wanting to achieve still, but I think they're coming from a different angle now. I feel like they're now letting the wheel spin. They're no longer having to really control and manage it in a way that they used to in the past, which really the driver was they had to check it off or get to that in order to appear accomplished, or hit some sort of milestone or acceptance. And now it's like, I'm just going to allow myself to trust that I am where I am supposed to be here, and that I do find a way to get there, which I think is a beautiful energy here. And I think it's really strengthening all connections around them with different people. Because now they're no longer trying to hide who they truly are here. And I think this is also the beginning of, like, I don't see that here, but what I'm picking up from Spirit is this is the beginning of, I think, where things might shift for this person. Like what they think is important or what they're striving for here may change now that this perspective change has shifted. But right now what I see here is your person still believes that whatever they were trying to achieve or wherever they're going is kind of still where they're going. But what is coming into their awareness is that they're no longer doing this because of a narrative or a voice in their head that says if they don't do it, then they're not good enough, or that they have to be somewhere. So I think what follows this will be then a deeper review of why it is specifically that they are chasing what they're chasing, or needing what they're needing. So I feel like this person's journey is definitely just kind of beginning here, to be honest with you. So let's see if we could see some more with the tarot here. Spirit, for pile number 2's person, can we get a little bit more in regards to pile number 2's person and what's coming into their awareness? Can we go a little deeper as to what further are they becoming made aware of, and where is this leading to? Thank you, Spirit, for clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 2. What is their person becoming aware of here based on this realization? Okay, so yeah, we have the Tower in reverse, and Spirit is saying to flip it in a bit here. 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. Your person is keeping things together still. I feel the Tower yet has not fell. And your person is, like, in this card, this came out for pile number 1 here, but like, see how this person's feet look like they're really heavy, and they're kind of really planted and almost like stuck, like they're unable to move forward. And I feel like this is like their practicalities, like where they work, how they live, you know, more of like the physical stuff here. And I feel it's really holding them down. So I feel like this person still might have not have shed, you know, what these practicalities mean to them, you know, why they're hanging on to these things, and is it making them who they are? You know, do they need these things in order to make who they are? I don't think this person has gone there yet. So I do feel like this tower is yet needing to fall, or will fall down, that your person will recognize or realize. And that's what I was saying, like, this is great because this is the beginning, but I feel like they're going to come into some sort of tower moment where the recognition is, I'm not any of these things. You know, now it's like the feeling I'm getting of what's coming into consciousness is I am unique, and I still kind of need what it is that I need, and I'm still moving towards it, but now I'm not comparing myself to other people, and I'm being more authentic to my own path here. But I'm still not at the point where I'm saying I don't require an achievement or an accomplishment or a physical thing here in order to give me some sort of validation or make me feel like it's myself or whole. It's like this person still feels like they're needing something external in order to bring them the peace or to validate themselves to themselves, but it's no longer involving other people. So it is making them more authentic in these connections, but it's still a thing that I feel your person's going to have to go through. I mean, go through in order to get closer to their authentic self here. And then with the Four of Swords, this is all about, you know, healing and reflecting. So I feel like, yes, definitely more reflecting is definitely going to be needed. Specifically, you know, is their practical world holding them down? And I feel like once they reflect on that, they recognize, and look, it's like this person too, like their feet are kind of bound and their hands, like they're not touching the ground here. It's like everything else is kind of controlling them in a way that they're not directly in control. And they're held back by these practicalities, like I said, where they live, where they work, you know, they're kind of identifying with that's who they are. So Tower is definitely going to be something that is needing to fall here. So let's ask Spirit for kind of final words here. And then we do have an Oracle card, like I said, with some advice or guidance that came out for this pile. But we'll ask Spirit for anything further pile number 2 needs to know in regards to how they can help their person, or what they need to know about this, about their person's awakening here, or if their person's stage. What do they need to know? Anything further guidance, further information? Thank you, Spirit. So we have the Hanged Man. We have the Page of Swords, and one more. We have the Ten of Wands. Oof, yeah, I feel like Spirit's kind of giving a little bit of a warning here, just because I feel like the worst is yet to come with that Tower moment. So I feel like your person may become very hard to handle in a way here, because what they're going to go through is something that is hard to handle. And look at that little egg is broken here. I think once they hatch out of the egg and get on that awakening journey of that tower falling, I mean, they can't go back. They can't put themselves in the egg, and it's a painful process, right? And Ten of Wands is all about carrying the wands of burden to a point where we can't no more, and we're really just, you know, heavily stressed. And I feel like even this Page of Swords is you know, somebody who could be quite difficult to manage. Like their attitude just could suck, you know, because of the fact that, I mean, your person is prioritizing needing to go through this, I feel. And I also feel like they're just beginning with this Page of Swords. This is like, a page is all about starting. You know, they're starting to question, they're starting to ask, they're starting to go through this process. And I do find this card quite interesting here, because Star is all about healing. And I feel like with the 2, I feel like you're most likely healed, or at least you've gone through a period of healing yourself. And I feel like your person is kind of mirroring what you're going through here, and healing themselves, or going through this process. So this may sound very familiar to you, this process, but I feel like your person is just starting to ask these questions and go through that. And what's funny, look, there's the egg by this page's feet sealed, okay, not cracked. That's what I mean by sealed. And then in this one, the egg cracks and the healing kind of takes place here. But Hangman is getting another perspective. And this is like seeing things from a completely different point of view that allows you to shift. Because once you start seeing things differently, you have a different type of an awareness. You're able to manage and understand things differently. So this is what's happening. I mean, your person's now kind of shifting this, but they're going to need to have this shift in awareness that, you know, starts them on the journey of asking questions and thinking differently. This is all about, you know, thought with the swords. And because as a page, it's like the beginning discussions, the beginning of a mind process because of an awareness or a viewpoint that has changed. And it could very well be because you've provided some sort of healing, some sort of viewpoint that you've had. But I feel like there's heavy mirroring going on here. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've gone through this already and your person's now kind of going through this whole thing. Also standing out to me very clearly, here's this practice patience, I think is also a note for you, because I feel like your person might be kind of crotchety during this phase and unruly. You know, and it doesn't excuse somebody maybe being rude or cold or mean or whatever, but I feel like this person is going to have to kind of go through some sort of something here. Now let's take a look at the oracle card. Ladybird, it says luck, blessing, and safety. Affirmation, happiness arises from within my heart and sets me free. Wow, look at that. And look at all these ladybugs. Daisies might be significant here. Beautiful. It says, there is no need to fear. Something you feared was going to happen will not take place. A challenge will reveal itself as a hidden blessing. You are freed from trouble, and although you may not realize it now, you will soon be entering a more graceful, happy time in your life. Ladybird is an omen of better times and good luck ahead. Do not overwhelm yourself with expectations or difficulty or disaster. Let the past be the past. It is time for your heart to be happy and free. Yeah, I don't think your person realizes what they're stepping into here, but it is really going to be, you know, it might appear like it's heavy, and it might appear like they aren't wanting maybe to go through all this, because, I mean, the tower is never fun. Hence why I said they might be a little crotchety here, but at the same time, they, as you probably know if you've gone through this, the best is yet to come, and that this is happening to give them freedom, to give them, to set them free, and not be with the Two of Pentacles kind of held down to the earth here, bound to their, where they live, their practical things, their job, their identity that they've constructed in a way that they think is them. So I do feel like this is something that they're needing and they will be going through. So I do appreciate you guys so much. Go check out the other piles if you're drawn. If not, I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 3. If you picked the labradorite wand, then pile number 3, let's get into your beautiful reading. We will be taking a look at what is coming into your person's awareness. So the person on your mind, what is coming into consciousness for them. All right, and I pre-shuffle these oracle cards. We'll pull some tarot as well, and I'm hoping this isn't your energy, although with my reading sometimes you could be tapping into an energy of your own, and I don't know why that is, but I do know that I put the intention that this is about your person. So if this sounds like something you've gone through, that's actually a good thing, because this is what's coming into consciousness. So you can rest assured it most likely is your person if they are mirroring you. Now, if you don't have experiences, this doesn't mean that your person isn't coming into awareness of this, but I just put the intention. What is your person on your mind, coming into awareness of or conscious of? And this will be the information from Spirit. So I will pull this oracle card on the side for later. It's kind of more like advice card. But let's take a look at what comes through here. So we have rise to challenges as a new path opens. Eclipse in Gemini. Number 27 might be significant. Or the number 9, and it says negotiation. Gemini is, yeah, we're like in Gemini season right now. So Interesting. Rise to challenges as new path opens. Okay, let's keep going. We have Corvid. We have get into nature, coexistence, gather and limit waste. And we have spirit of family. We have like what looks like either rams or goats there in the background, a whole bunch of them. Interesting, spirit of family. And we have Alabasisipo with union. Family, negotiation, get into nature, coexistence. Okay, interesting. We have Haumea, and this is the dwarf planet of the solar system, is one of the Neptunian objects like Pluto, Quaoar, and Sedna, or Makemake. Its orbit is therefore located beyond the planet Neptune. Two natural satellites, Namaka and Hayaka, gravitate around it, mainly comprised of ice. Haumea rotates very quickly in less than 4 hours, which explains its elongated shape. Oh, it looks like a potato. So it rotates very quickly. Composed of ice, mainly composed of ice. Okay. Elongated shape. Very interesting. Getting lots from that card. All right, we have 24. Or the number 6, time for a nap. And you see the fox sleeping in the moon. And a bunch of stars here. Moon is all about subconscious emotions and divine feminine energy with the moon. And the fox could be, you know, something sly or sneaky or tricky. Okay, time for a nap. And we have 38. Or the number 11, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. 4th chakra. That's all about the heart chakra, 4th chakra. We have greens and blues, which is throat chakra. Okay, interesting. We have giving and receiving, number 6. Giving and receiving. Negotiation. Mystical messages, 7-7. Follow the signs. Follow the signs. Mystical messages. And we have the maiden, number 8. And we have body as a house, number 71, or the number 8 again. So 2 8s coming out, body as a house. And now let's pull some tarot. I'm going to pull 3 cards right now. 3 cards, Spirit, for pile number 3's person. What is coming into their awareness? Spirit says to read them upright. So I have the Fool. What is coming into consciousness for pile number 3's person? I'm not taking all these. Spirit, clear and concise. Thank you so much for pile number 3. What is their person becoming aware of? And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you. So we have the Queen of Swords and one more. Sideways, one more. One more, Spirit. We have the King of Wands. Wow, this is a really powerful energy I'm feeling, you guys. Your person is closed a chapter. And they're preparing for this next chapter of their life. So I'm getting hit with a lot of things. Spirit, one thing at a time, please. Okay, so if you haven't received communication from your person yet, you will be hearing from your person in regards to there's something that they're ready to share with you. And I feel like this person is working their way towards coming into union with you as an individual in their life. Okay, so whether you want this or not, that is definitely up to you. But I feel like your person here is starting to acknowledge and listen to their heart space. They're also really listening to where they're being guided towards. So they're seeing synchronicities, they might be seeing angel numbers. They're now ready to contribute and receive reciprocal energies here in this connection, in this union with you. And I feel like if your person senses you have boundaries, or if you've placed boundaries, or if you're kind of blocked right now from your person, I feel like your person is understanding that they're going to have to either try to convince you, but they're not trying to trick you. I feel like they want to be open and honest with what they're feeling and what they're wanting here. And I feel like they are building up the courage. Okay, this is what's coming into consciousness. Okay, so I'm saying they are because this is what I'm seeing here as in coming into awareness. So if you're disconnected right now from your person, so some of you guys might be in a period of separation, I feel like this is kind of like the calm before the storm, and your person is preparing for the journey in which they feel you have boundaried up, or you're clear about what you're wanting, you're certain about what you're needing, and maybe you've already communicated this many times to this person. But I feel like what they're doing right now is building their courage, their ability to be confident in their position here. So I feel like they're really leaning into signs, dreams, synchronicities, and trusting the innocence of what they're supposed to be doing here. And I feel like the turnaround is going to be quite quick. I don't even think maybe some of you guys are expecting this turnaround. And I feel like the turnaround is wherever this person was quite cold and shutting you out, and I feel like you've had to be this Queen of Swords. I feel like this person is now kind of warming up, or like this is no longer a thing here. And I feel like a lot of you guys might be hesitant and concerned because of maybe how this person has showed up in the past. So maybe they were untrustworthy, maybe you felt like you were in cycles, maybe you felt like you were innocently kind of pulled into certain things with this person. But I feel like this person is wanting to communicate to you the desire to want to share. And I feel it's coming from a very centered heart place here. And I feel like this person is genuinely wanting to work with you in a way that whatever kind of manifests here. I don't feel like they're hung up on some outcome, or hung up on having you and them be like one, but I feel like this person is wanting to work with you at whatever capacity this means and going on this journey. Although, because like I said, doing this, I feel like they might already understand the challenge that they might have in front of them, which is what do they need to tell you in order for you maybe to believe them, especially if they've not have been honest in the past, or at least they were in some sort of cold, self-serving type way, or sabotaging type way. So now they're just building their own confidence, saying whether you believe them or not, like as long as they're heart-centered and they're coming from a genuine, honest place, and have confidence in whether you completely shut them out here, that they're still in alignment with what they're supposed to be doing, because they're following their highest calling and their highest guidance and what their dreams and their knowing. So I feel like they're building this courage to rise into this type of an energy, which is absolutely beautiful. And I do feel like this person feels you're their soul family. There's something here that they're feeling really connected to you in a soul type way. It's almost like, also I feel like a graduation into some sort of a I don't know, I was gonna say like an adulthood, or like from being kind of naive. I feel almost like, I don't know how naive your person was, but let's see if we could see some more. Yeah, and I feel like they're getting a lot of downloads and a lot of dreams or knowing and angel numbers and synchronicities and messages. And I do feel like they're wanting to message you. And they're also getting hit with, like I said, downloads of what the truth of what they're wanting. Like, I feel their heart space is really opening up here, and they're ready to balance things out when it comes to giving and receiving in an equal way here, and making that choice, because I feel like they haven't really chosen in the past this sort of a direction. So let's ask Spirit, clear and concise here for pile number 3. Anything further in regards to pile number 3's person's awareness and what is coming into consciousness here? What is this all for? What is this all for? Where is this leading to? So we have the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and then Spirit says upright. We have 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. I'm going to need one more, actually 2 more cards here, clarifying. Can we clarify the Page of Pentacles and clarify the 7 of Swords? And Spirit saying upright, and this one's still coming out. Okay, so clarifying the Page of Pentacles, I have the Magician. Clarifying the 7 of Swords, I have the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the 3 of Swords kind of wanting to come out. So, beautiful people. I feel like there's been quite a history here with this person, and I feel like there has been quite a bit of damage done. I feel like this person has been, like I said, seeing the Fox here, seeing 7 of Swords. They might have been sabotaging this connection. They might have been very self-serving, because I feel like there's some heavy weight on giving and receiving now in an equal way. That's bringing a balance here. And initially what I had felt from this card was a 7 of Pentacles, although we do see the 7 of Swords. And I feel like the 7 of Pentacles is talking about investing and putting in energy despite getting something. So I feel like from this energy, like I feel like your person is putting down, like take a look at this card. And the meanings of these cards are non-traditional for this tarot deck. But I feel like, you know, what I'm seeing here is this person's put down their swords and they're kind of in this balanced position now, looking at what appears to be like an egg of sorts, and it's like radiating. But I feel like where your person was deceptive or self-serving or whatever sort of sabotaging energies that they were in, I feel like your person's put that down. And I feel like your person is looking at, how can I contribute here? Like, take a look at how like synchronistic this is. In the hand, they have this little glowing ball. Look at in there. It's all these glowing balls, like, in their hands. It's like your person's looking at this, like, how can I give in a balanced way here? Because I feel like for a long time they've been receiving a lot of energy from this connection. So they're staring here and put down these sabotaging ways. But it's like, if they've been in this energy, it's like it's caused heartache and heartbreak for both of you guys, right? Like, I feel like both of you guys have experienced this. And you could say, well, this person was in that energy, so they kind of created this type of an energy. But I feel like all it's really done is bring a lot of pain to both of you guys equally. And now I feel like this person here is like, you're not going to trust them. Like, take a look at how sneaky this Page of Pentacles looks like. Look at their face. It's like they're delivering a message, and it looks like they have ulterior motives, or like their plans are like self-serving in a way. And the fact that his little necklace there has a pentacle, and we see this Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like your person feels you're not going to trust what they're communicating to you. I feel like your person wants a new beginning in grounding something in this connection here, and is like delivering some sort of a negotiation, like almost like they want to talk about what they can plant here for a new beginning with you. But I feel like they feel you're not going to be so trusting of this person, but they're really wanting to manifest a new beginning here with you. And here we see, you know, the pentacle, the swords, the wands, and the cups, which is the aces of all the suits here, because they're wanting a new beginning in all areas. But specifically this offer, you know, this offer that this page is coming with, And I feel like they're wanting to start something here by negotiating with you what they're wanting to manifest, because manifesting this would require your involvement. And as we know, I mean, you can manifest all you want, but you can't really manifest another person to partake. So I feel like your person is not quite sure, you know, how you're going to be receptive. But the fact that we have the Queen of Cups, I'm feeling this is your person's energy. I feel like this is coming from a beautiful place of love, which I don't feel like this person's been able to show up in this type of an energy, but I feel like this is kind of the energy that they're embracing. And she's pregnant here, this Queen of Cups, because I feel like your person is wanting to birth something new here with you. Yeah, they have like this desire to birth something new, and you're part of this plan. You're like, they want to negotiate with you. You're part of their soul family here. They want to come into union and, you know, put down whatever swords that was damaging to this connection. Queen of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which you may resonate with. And Magician is Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgo energy. Also about communication. I mean, Page is communication. Magician's communication also talks about having right timing here. So I feel like something about this timing, them wanting a new beginning. Let's see if we could see a little bit more here. And yeah, so Spirit, any final communications here for pile number 3? Anything further they need to know? Any guidance? What more do they need to know about their person's awareness? What further information can we provide to pile number 3? What they need to know? How can they help? Guidance, further clarity about pile number 3's person and what's coming into consciousness for them. So it's interesting because no, spoiler alert, pile number 1 and 2 is more about that person coming into consciousness in general. This to me feels like what this person's coming into conscious awareness of you specifically, or this connection specifically. Yeah, because it's really pertaining to what I feel like what they recognize or realize about this connection. Yeah, and whereas the other 2 piles I feel is more an independent journey here. Okay, so let's take a look. Yeah, again, this, I feel their persistence, this negotiation, this Ace of Pentacles, they want a new beginning. And I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is a seed for starting something here in the 3D world. So it's not quite something yet, but it's like grounding something practical here. Like, what can we do? What can I offer you to ground something here so we could plant the seed for a future and get kind of moving is what I feel. And I feel it's an offer. I feel like it's a gift. And what do we have? Page of Swords coming out. Page of Swords is all about starting to ask questions or thoughts. It's the infancy stage of getting curious. I feel they really want to have tough conversations with you. I feel like, or they know it's going to be a tough conversation here with you. So that's why I feel like, you know, they might be gearing up this time for nap, or they might be silent right now, gearing up the energy, the effort. But I do feel like there's this quick turnaround time here for them once they, because we were seeing that King of Wands, once they come out of that state of maybe no contact or where they've been pulled away. I feel like this happens absolutely quickly here. And yeah, strength. We saw the King of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sag, and now we're seeing heavy Leo. But strength card is all about where we find the courage to have tough conversations or to face fears and to be able to allow ourselves to move forward if we need to, you know, not be so held back here, and use our willpower to be able to control ourselves, to get something done here, not be held back by fear. I feel like your person is really stepping into their courage, especially because I feel like they might be coming from a place that they don't really know. You know, I mean, pages are all about learning, and the beginning stages, they're still novice, they're still learning. So they're learning about you know, what are the right questions? Like, in what stage are you at? Like, they're just kind of curious here, but I feel like there is a desire to offer something here. Let's look at your oracle card here that came out for your pile. Beautiful pile 3. We got Goose, Higher Goals, Delegation, and Soul Tribe. What did I tell you? Spirit of Family, Soul Tribe. Affirmation: I am supported and empowered to attain my highest destiny for the greatest good of all. Wow, your person's really listening to their higher self here, and what they're feeling that they're destined to do here is to start something here with you for the greatest good of all. That's beautiful. I love this. Okay, let's read what it says. It says, let go of relationships with people who are selfish or draining, and seek out respectful, loving connections with those who recognize your value and want to give as well as receive. Couldn't have made it more beautiful here. Give up hyper independence and learn to let yourself be helped. This will benefit you and others, as trying to do everything on your own doesn't help anyone. Trust that your biggest and boldest visions can be accomplished. Ask for divine assistance. Follow the signs. Keep your intentions clear and focused, and open your heart to receive all the support you need to fulfill your destiny for the greatest good. Downloads. Wow, this is a really powerful reading here, people. I feel like your person wants to come into union with you for the greatest and highest good of what you guys are able to accomplish in this world together as a team, as Soul Tribe, and they're ready to face you telling them to go pound sand here with the Corvid, you know, or put an end to this, whatever has happened here with the Seven of Swords, deceptive energies, self-sabotaging energies. Like, this Corvid could deliver news of death, or it could be delivering very positive, life-altering news here. So I feel like your person is prepared to face the courage here and say, here's what I'm wanting to provide here in this situation, and this could go either which way. So this is what's coming into their consciousness, into their awareness, and I don't feel it has yet. And like I said, if there is a period of pause, then take this as kind of the calm before the storm. But I do feel like, yeah, this talking about mainly composed of ice, that Humia rotates very quickly in less than 4 hours, which explains its elongated shape. So I think what has happened in this connection has kind of contributed to where you guys are both at right now. And I don't feel like it should have gone in any other which way, because it's formed this connection, and now it becomes one of, you know, what's it called? Free will. Like, how are you going to respond? How are they going to make the most out of this situation? You have this limit waste. I feel like your person doesn't want any more sort of to engage in anything here that's going to cause pain or cause you guys to drift further apart here. So they want the greatest good of you, them, and the world, really. So I feel like this offer impacts humanity, to be honest with you. It's opening the door to healing and being able to, yeah, like join you on your journey, essentially, and you on their journey. And I feel there is this soul tribe connection here that your person's really connecting to by listening to their dreams, following the signs, allowing themselves to really open up to the downloads of spirit, and allow it to flow out of them, like in this physical reality. Because I mean, it could stay in the 5D all day long, but unless there's this offer, which is, you know, how do you ground something in the practical way in this 3D world? How do you make something happen? You can either have dreams about it or just listen to your guides, but unless you practically do something here, it's never going to take off. So I do feel like your person's wanting to step forward with this new offer. You'll have to tell me what this is about. And I do feel like something about July, because we have, well, June, July, we have Gemini here. And I'm not sure if Gemini goes right into, I don't know why I felt July. That's more Cancer. But I do feel like there's something about Gemini season here, which could very well be the beginning of maybe they're gearing up, right? Time for a nap, gearing up. And then quickly, as quick as, you know, July comes around, this person may be prepared to step forward in an innocent way, because I feel like your person here is really needing to find the courage to be raw and open and innocent and exposed here, which is a difficult place to be. And I'm sure you have been there with, you know, with them just on your own, and maybe this person hasn't, because I get the feeling they've been pretty cold, like ice here. So you've been exposed. Maybe you've been very innocent, raw, open, genuine, and they've been cold and maybe self-sabotaging. So beautiful energy here, pile number 3. I wasn't expecting to see these readings as clearly as I have. I hope they helped, and love and light. I will see you soon. Bye.